With the playoffs seemingly out of reach in the Eastern Conference, it's time for Charlotte Hornets fans to start scouting potential pickups in the 2019 NBA Draft. While prospects like Zion Williamson and Barrett will be long gone by the time the Queen City is on the board, there are still talented prospects in the late lottery. One of those talented prospects is Jaxson Hayes, a 6 feet 11 inches center out of Texas. With a 7 feet 4 inches wingspan and a pair of springs in his legs, the upside is nearly limitless for Hayes. His potential as both a rim-running lob catcher and a shot blocker makes him a two-way player, a valuable attribute. Could he be a target on Mitch Kupchak's big board? Jaxson Hayes' strengths. Hayes might have some of the most translatable skills out of anyone in this draft class. He can finish on the interior, protect the rim, and fight for boards down low. With a 220-pound frame, Hayes also sports a strangely fluid build, something that's promising should he likely bulk up at the professional level. Shooting at a 72.8% clip, Hayes is second in the entire NCAA in field goal percentage, bested only by UCF's massive Taco Fall. This is mostly a result of the shots Hayes tends to take. With 85% of his shots coming as a result of an assist, it's plain to see Hayes uses his strong hands to send home passes from driving guards, particularly off of lobs. Hayes is a dangerous target and provides plenty of vertical spacing for NBA coaches to leverage. Hayes also ranks in the top 25 in the entire NCAA in blocks, rejecting over 2 shots per game. Similarly to players like Jarrett Allen, JaVale McGee, and DeAndre Jordan, Hayes can masterfully anticipate shots and turn them back. While still young, Hayes has also shown potential roving around the paint and shading with help defense, something that bodes well for his development. Gathering only 5 rebounds a game, some may call Hayes' rebounding a weakness at this point, but I think there's more than meets the eye here. Of those 5, 1.8 come on the offensive end. He hustles and fights to keep loose balls alive, and if you're going to play down low in the NBA, that's a necessary attribute. Look out for more on this later though. At this stage, it's pretty evident to see what type of player Hayes has the potential to become. Springy, long big men that can dunk and protect the paint will always have a place in the NBA, and if Hayes can be coached effectively, he has the potential to add more to his game. Jaxson Hayes' weaknesses. Many of Hayes' weaknesses are a result of his massive growth spurt in high school. Shooting up over a foot in 4 years, the prospect saw much of his role shift during crucial developmental years. Learning to play the game as a big man is difficult to do at any time, let alone trying to master it in your late teens. Common criticisms of Hayes' game are his poor basketball IQ, limited versatility, and effectiveness on the glass. Shaka Smart has turned out a number of excellent defensive bigs in recent years, with Miles Turner and Jarrett Allen making their impacts felt in the pros. Hayes shares some attributes with them like long arms and good timing, but Hayes lacks the understanding of rotations and footwork that make Turner and Allen true defensive anchors. Getting Hayes in the film room has the potential to define his professional career. Even if Hayes improves his instinctual understanding of the game, it's difficult to imagine what more he can do on the court. His 74% mark from the free throw line suggests one day Hayes could become a catch-and-shoot threat, but for the moment, his offensive game is entirely within the restricted area. There have been flashes of other skills, but those seem unlikely to materialize against professional-level opponents. At the end of the day, opposing coaches won't struggle in the slightest to game plan against Hayes, and that'll definitely work against him. Earlier I mentioned Hayes' motor on the offensive glass as a strength, and I still think it is. That said, Hayes is remarkably ineffective on the defensive glass with just a 12.9 TRB%. There are a couple of reasons for this. Namely, Hayes is a ball watcher who relies on his vertical jump and timing to win him rebounds. He struggles to block out his opponents, plain and simple. Furthermore, Hayes has shown issues with discipline as a shot blocker. far too frequently, Hayes will unnecessarily slide across the paint to contest as a help side defender. His opponents often find themselves unattended to imperfect rebounding position as a result. If he were more effective blocking out, this would be less of an issue, but in combination these weaknesses are demoralizing. Related, forecasting DeAndre Hunter, Nasser Little. There are a couple of remedies to this specific issue though, and I think with a few years of NBA development, Hayes has the potential to turn this weakness into a strength. He'll have to get in the weight room to add some muscle to his frame, but boxing out and discipline can be coached and will improve over time. Wherever Hayes lands, his progress in these areas will be worth following. Jaxson Hayes. Conclusion. Overall, Hayes is a player with plenty of contemporary comparisons. With a ceiling as high as DeAndre Jordan's and a floor as low as John Henson's, it's most likely he ends up somewhere in the middle. It's easy to see where he fits in the modern-day game though. As a screener and rim runner, he'll be incredibly effective. His shot-blocking skills are also ludicrously impressive, making it tough to pass on him should he be available when Mitch Kupchak makes his selection. Additionally, I think his fit in Charlotte is particularly special. The Hornets have struggled all season with an answer at the backup center spot. He'd be able to come in and fight for minutes from day one. Positionally, having young talent at the center, wing, and guard spots is also exciting. It appears his up-tempo game would fit seamlessly with Miles Bridges and Malik Monk. Hornets fans, do yourself a favor and follow this kid's combine. It might turn out pretty well if Miles Turner and Jarrett Allen are any indications. Next, planning a brighter Hornets future.